Good afternoon, colleagues. Welcome to our second post-match press conference for the game between South Africa and Comoros, which has ended 7-0 in favor of South Africa, who have effectively qualified to the final and qualified to the AFCON. We have the head coach for South Africa, Coach Vela. Khumalo. Coach, congratulations.
No, thank you very much.
Coach, your reflections on today's game, and obviously it confirms your qualification to the AFCON. What do you make of this situation?
No, I think work well done from the boys and the technical team for reaching this target. This was the main thing. Importantly, more than anything else, was to qualify for AFCON, which we did today, and I'm happy, and everybody I think is happy for that. It was the set out target for us to say if we can just qualify for AFCON and emulate the previous team, the other team that is going to the World Cup now. So it's been back to back, and we are happy. Back to the game itself, I think also I still need to reiterate and say this again. Congratulations goes out to all the development coaches in South Africa for the work well done. I've been saying it when in the beginning of the tournament that we had few days of preparations, but because our coaches from development they've done a great work for the boys to understand how we want to play. We were very economic in terms of playing the way we want to play and keeping possession and dominating, but it was a plan because we did not have much of time to come up with all the other things that we wanted to do in the game of play, but it was more of scoring. That is why you see the margins are at this. And in the semi-final, you get 7 goals. What more can you ask for? And the boys executed the plan very well. We are happy we're going to the finals, and congratulations to everyone. And we want to say thank you very much to SAFA and in South Africa for helping us and with everything that they've done for the boys and ourselves.
Thank you very much. I now invite questions from your colleagues. Introduce yourself and ask a question.
Coach, Happy Chaira Publishing Online. What do you make over the attitude and temperament of your boys, not just in this particular game, but throughout the tournament, and how has that helped you as a coach? Seeing even going into this game, they would have been faced maybe by the names of the clubs, where some of their colleagues from Comoros were coming from PSG, Olympique Marseille, and your guys, from Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, and nothing against those clubs. But what do you make of it?
Look, I think it gives a difference. This is the same age group, and you have mentioned players. We are well aware that we're playing with Comoros. Most of their players are based in France, and we are well aware that we need to up our game. That is why our mentality. Remember, at one stage I said, fundamentally we are okay. With technical ability we are good, tactical ability we are good, but we needed to work on the mental attitude because we have been scoring goals. But now you then say, we are playing Comoros. You need to talk to them about Comoros playing players from France, not necessarily from where they're coming from. And that on its own says it speaks to mentality. How do we want to approach the game? So I had to reinforce and emphasize the importance of being in the semi-finals, the importance of getting our mentality right to say, no matter what, we need to go to AFCON. No matter what, this is a test of character. So this is, I think, the boys, like I said, they were tested in different areas where they come from South Africa, from different leagues, and this was a good test for them now that they are together for AFCON. So I think I'm happy with the mentality of the boys and the approach and carrying the instructions, what we wanted to achieve, and carrying it right through without really just being grounded, without going big-headed, if I may put it that way.
Yes.
From COSAFA, from the start you have mentioned that your target was to go to the AFCON, which you have done. What will be your next target now since you have achieved your first goal? And also in the beginning you mentioned that you had little preparation with the boys, but yet you only considered 2 goals thus far. What is it that you think you have done differently for you despite having a team that wasn't prepared to come this far?
Look, I think there's a saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So at first it was to get the team. The second one, it was to go out of the out of the group stage. The second one was to qualify for AFCON. The fourth one is now to go to the World Cup, qualify from AFCON to World Cup. So those are the targets that we always set for ourselves. I think at the moment we are not deviating from that. Like I was saying, we know we are going through to the finals. Yes, we want to win the trophy and all of that, but the most important thing is going to AFCON, going to World Cup, and making a difference in the World Cup, not just going to add numbers, but maybe just go to the knockout stages and out of group stage, anything can still happen. So those are all the targets that we set for ourselves. Now you have two teams that you need to deal with. The other one is going for AFCON, the other one is going for World Cup. Those are the good news for South African development in football.
What did you do differently despite not having a team that wasn't well prepared for you to reach this point?
It was more of tactical understanding, how we want to play, how we want to minimize the mistakes, but importantly tactically, because technically we know we are okay, and enforcing the philosophy, how the South Africans need to see us and how our signature will be looking like. But we were just minimizing on more touches. We were a little bit more direct this time around, but I'm happy with that. And when we are going to have other camps and all of that, we will give more of fluidity in the game, and it must be good in the eye. And these are the young ones, they must enjoy and have that moment to say we have enjoyed football, we have enjoyed the tournament.
Coach, having gotten the ADI kickoff, do you think at this particular moment you're at an advantage, one in terms of rest hours, and secondly, are you going to be staying behind to watch the match and also maybe perhaps use that to prepare for the final?
Look, when you're in the tournament, the whole concentration is here. I've seen Angola several times. I'm going to remain here just to see them because it's a different ball game together. It's semi-finals. I'll be remaining here to watch them play. With regard to the off days and all, it's all about hypercompensation, where you then say, how do I manage the load of the players? Can you believe it? We never had we did not even go to the field. We're managing it through the tactical region, and we were doing it in the hotel throughout. We've never been outside because we wanted them to be more fresher. So we can always say thank you very much again to our conditioning coach and the technical team at large for the advices and all of that, to say this is how we can approach it, this is how we can approach it. We actually did not. The only session we had was the first one when we got here, and since then, because we're playing game, rest, game, so we had to manage that from that perspective.
Okay. On that note, we've come to the end of our post-match press conference. Congratulations once again, Coach, and wish you all the best in the final.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.